Meeting for Monday, June 16th. Roll call, please.
Alderman Orsini.
Here.
Alderman Hudson.
Present.
Alderman Wilkins.
Present.
Alderman Deckard.
Here.
Alderman Rogers.
Present.
Alderman Magley.
Yeah.
Full form. Everybody stand for the pledge of allegiance with me, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. That'll move us to special presentations. I have an Independence Day proclamation I'm going to read for Independence Day. I will be rereading this at the ceremony of the bells the morning of July 4th. Whereas on this day in 1776, the Declaration of Independence announced that all the 13 colonies in North America were free and independent states, thus setting the colonies on the road to freedom as a sovereign nation. And whereas this day being the 24th anniversary of that, 249th anniversary of that announcement, everyone is reminded that our Constitution was written by 56 extremely forward-thinking men. The basic thoughts and principles have been proven by the test of time. Their ideas molded the strongest nation on earth. The Constitution has been and is being put to many extreme tests, and it has always prevailed. Let us never forget the sovereign power that was so well written for the people. And whereas I commend and thank the organizations, the people attending today, and the efforts of their brave men and women who shed their blood and made it possible for us to join together with the rest of the nation in celebrating this 249th anniversary of our independence. Now, therefore, I, Chris Cox, Mayor of Centralia, Missouri, do hereby proclaim this July 4th, 2025 as Ringing of the Bells Freedom Day in Centralia, Missouri. I also proclaim that our grandest symbol of peace and freedom, the United States flag, representing all Americans, shall fly proudly over Centralia and our nation. Signed and dated this 16th day of June 2025. That will move us next to the Chamber of Commerce.
Hello.
Report.
I have some things to pass out for you all. Thank you very much. Good evening, Mayor Cox and Aldermen and City staff. My name is Ashley Cameron. I'm the new Director of Events for the Chamber of Commerce, and we are here to present the 2025 Anchor City Wine and Whiskey Walk, to be held on September 13th from 2 to 5 p.m. This is a ticketed event for 21 and over, something that we have done every year without consequence since 2018. So it includes wineries, distilleries, artisan vendors, live music, and local shopping, with an emphasis on really stressing that people go shop at our local stores and eat at our local restaurants. So that will promote local commerce, attract regional visitors, strengthen community connections. It also supports the Chamber's day-to-day operational costs. We are expecting 100 to 150 roughly attendees, hopefully more. As far as street closures, we were hoping to get Allen Street from Singleton to Chic closed, and then kind of a switch up from previous years, kind of hoping to go around the corner there from Singleton, from Allen to Hometown, to include Hometown, restaurant, and a few other services in that block as well. We would like to request the use of signage, access to power, vendor tents. All alcohol vendors will be licensed by the state of Missouri, including necessary catering licenses. We will have a VIP lounge hosted by the Book and Bean this year. So that will include a few perks for people to spend a little bit of extra money on. They do get $10 chamber bucks for VIP. Those will be spent obviously at member specified businesses. We also have a punch card promotion that we'll be doing. I believe we did it in previous years as well. So what that entails is having different member businesses on the punch card. Guests will go around to different businesses and visit with them and get their card punched. When they get that fully punched, they can return it to us to enter for a raffle to earn $100 in chamber bucks, which obviously would be spent here in town as well, encouraging that. Again, requesting temporary street closures, use of public sidewalks and event space, permission to host a tasting event downtown, and any coordination with city services that we would need as well. We do want to emphasize that this is a sampling focused event. So we provided some information in your little packet there about how that would all kind of break down as well. So sample size is only, they will be able to sell like a full bottle of wine, but that will not be allowed to be consumed on premise, and we will be monitoring that with chamber staff, as well as lanyards, ID checks, all of that. This is a taste experience. This is not meant to be a drinking heavily experience. This is more for the culture of it, for flavor tasting, and really enjoying just kind of sampling different styles of wine and whiskey. We will have hydration stations provided and non-alcoholic drink options as well. We will have trained personnel on site. Everyone will be on the same page as far as making sure that no one's being overserved. We'll be paying attention to that as well. And then, like I said about the off-site bottle sales, they will be able to purchase bottles but not be consumed anywhere on the premise. Why we really want to emphasize this event to the city is that this is a huge moneymaker for the chamber. As far as Anchorfest and the Anchor Car Show, we do like to save those funds for kind of planning for the future. So the Wine and Whiskey Walk is really a huge, huge thing for funding our daily operations, supporting everything from community events to small business services and operational funds. So that is a big, big thing for us, kind of our second biggest event that we do throughout the year. And lastly, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you all taking the time to listen to us, and we appreciate your past support and hope that we can continue on this path, and hopefully we can provide a really great event for y'all.
Okay. What is the date of the event?
September 13th.
Okay. That's what I thought it was, but I want to make sure because you guys have a meeting again before we can have this on the agenda.
Yeah.
Vote on it, okay?
Yep, we've got a little bit of time, so September 13th, 2 to 5 p.m.
Very good.
What was the last year's attendance?
Last year's attendance, I believe, was around 150 to 200. Yeah.
Yeah, I had 100 in here. I thought it was more than that last year.
Yeah, I think so. We just, we're shooting big, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
All right. Does
Any
anyone have
questions?
any questions I can answer? Okay. All right. Thank you all for your time.
All right. That now will move us to item 5, comments from citizens. At this time, we will accept any comments from citizens. I didn't have any by email. Did anybody have any from anybody? For the last couple, 3 weeks? No. So I'll open the floor to comments from citizens. Seeing I see no one doing that, I will close comments from citizens. That will move us into closed session.
I make a motion that we hold closed session, and that during the meeting, the Board of Aldermen may elect to go into closed session and hold a closed vote, and the purpose of such closed session and closed vote shall be: 1, as provided under section 610.021, subsection 1 of the revised statutes of Missouri for legal actions, causes of action, or litigation involving a public governmental body and any confidential or privileged communication between a public governmental body or its representative. 3, under section 610.021, subsection 3 of the revised statutes of Missouri for hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of particular employees by a public governmental body. 9, preparation, including any discussions or work product on behalf of a public governmental body or its representatives for negotiations with employee groups.
Second.
And a first and a second to move to closed session as described. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Orsini?
Aye.
Alderman Hudson?
4.
Alderman Wilkins?
4.
Alderman Deckard?
4.
Alderman Rogers?
4.
Alderman Magley?
All right, we're going to closed session. We'll be back as soon as we possibly can be. We have you on later. We will give you, okay. We have returned to open session to closed session. During such time, there was a vote taken, and we will publish that when we legally can. The only other vote is to come back into open session, which is unanimously voted and we're back. So now that moves us to I would say consent agenda. I would seek a motion to approve all of A, B, C, D, and E, consisting of Board of Aldermen meeting minutes, Public Works and
So
Utilities
moved.
Committee meetings,
Second.
General, and Collector's Report, activity reports. I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Passes. Moves to accounts payable over $1,250 for a total of $609,225.06. The question I would ask is, this Myrma, is that our yearly
Yes.
payment, right?
Yes.
For 2026? What we're gonna do now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where we were
It's actually
expecting?
a little less than where I had projected it, so
Okay.
yes.
Good. All right.
I make a motion that we approve for payment accounts payable in over $250 in the amount of $609,025.06.
Second.
I have first and second to approve the accounts payable over $1,250 for $609,225.06. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It passes. Moves us now to action agenda, finance. Motion to sell the surplus equipment that was listed. 4 items is what it was, right? And any questions about those 4 items?
I move that we go ahead and sell the surplus equipment as listed.
Second. Have first second to sell the surplus equipment as listed. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Thank you. That moves us to A, legal. Motion to allow the mayor to accept capital pavement and construction asphalt overlay bid. In the bid package, I did notice, the only thing I did notice in the bids was the difference in the milling. Do they,
We've confirmed
do you
that.
confirm that they're gonna mill that number of yards
Yep.
for that?
At $5.
Okay,
And we have it in writing.
okay. Because it's $400 some.
Well, so the total price will not be 400 some, that is a mistake, it's gonna be like 4,000 something. They still come in at lowest bid.
Okay, so it changes from what
It's
was on.
$5 per square yard.
Okay. Got it. That's what, I picked up on that, so that can't be right. If it is, we're gonna get surprised, somebody gets surprised,
But
right?
it's still the lowest bid.
It is.
And they have locked in writing that it's the $5, so we do have that from them in writing to make sure, because it kind of surprised staff as well. Just, we wanted to make sure that that's exactly the bid they were putting in, and that is exactly the bid they're putting in.
That's the first time in a long time that we've got somebody lower than Christensen.
In which case, I make a motion that we accept for the bid from capital pavement and construction asphalt for the construction asphalt overlay bid in the amount of $364,442. I believe that is.
With the correction that it's $5 per
I'm
square. You gotta remember you.
There we go. $364,855 and 65 cents.
Second.
Alderman Orsini, that takes into account that wrong number where it's the $400. So would you caveat that to say with the $5 per square foot for milling?
With the $5 per square foot for milling.
Thank you.
Okay. I have a first and second for the mayor to accept the capital pavement and construction asphalt bid, for the 360, what is it, 364?
364,
Eight.
442.
442, with the $5 milling, to be added, making them still the lowest bid. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Thank you. Then moves to B, motion to allow the mayor to sign the mutual aid MOU.
What is it?
Mutual aid MOU is so anytime this is for public safety, correct, or EMS?
Fire department.
Fire department, sorry, I forget. So if there's a need for us to either call in somebody or they call us out, this is an
Share,
agreement,
to share, agreement
Yeah.
to share with one another, to help each other.
The same thing like we do with our electric department. We have one for our electric department in that situation as well, and I believe our police department too. So this would just cover our fire department.
Kind of standing practice.
I move that we authorize the mayor to sign the mutual aid MOU.
Second.
Have first and second to allow the mayor to sign the mutual aid MOU. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Thank you. This one, I'll let this gentleman, if you'd like to put into that, and explain this a little bit. I'll be entertaining in a minute. a motion to allow the mayor to sign the promulgation statement accepting the CEMP. So if you'd like to kind of bring us up to speed on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So good evening, Mayor, Aldermen, and other city employees. So what brings me before you today is, and this is something that makes me very happy to kind of see the end of this, Boone County's 2025 Emergency Operations Plan update. So a little bit of background history. The Emergency Operations Plan is one of two plans that the state and federal government requires to have. The other one being the mitigation plan. So our EOP is updated on a 2-year cycle, mitigation plan is on a 5-year cycle. It's tied not only to statute but reimbursement. So if you do not have a current emergency operations plan after a declaration of disaster, the chances of you getting reimbursement from the state or federal government are significant. So this is our 2-year update. We did a fairly comprehensive update this year. Last time was in 2022, so we basically took it down to studs, completely changed the template and all of the content. Went through a pretty lengthy series of feedback sessions with a lot of our stakeholders, and then came up with the plan for you today. So it's kind of meant to be a high-level operations plan. So kind of like a game plan you might see, a football coach or something. So okay, yeah. Any questions?
I make a motion to allow the mayor to sign it.
Second.
For sure, first and second for the mayor to sign the promulgation statement accepting the CEMP. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Item 12,
Motion to table.
Second.
have first and second to table, please take home for our discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. That moves us to new business appointments. Under 13 is A, appointing Mandy Barnes, Richard Dixon, and Bev Reynolds to 3-year terms for the Park Board. And then the second would be B, appointments approved Kristen Vargas and Marilyn Middleton to 3-year terms on the library board.
I make a motion we authorize the mayor to make the appointments as listed.
Second.
Yeah, first and second for the mayor to make the appointments as listed. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. Same B. That moves to 14, the city administrator.
So we've been working through quite a lot. We've had the auditors in the office this month. Lots of meetings for lots of different things. We've had 4 RFQ processes out that we've been working through. We recently started looking at demos starting today for new financial software, along with utility billing software and just the whole gamut. So kind of looking, seeing what's out there and what could possibly help us in the future. So we've got that going on. We just started that today. We've got another one this week and another one next week that we're looking at. And our IT provider is also involved in that process, so we might have a smooth transition. And then we are going to be looking at new development in town that's been going through the P&Z process. We do have some plans that have been turned in, so city staff have been reviewing those. So working on that this week and communicating with that developer and just all kinds of things going on.
Okay.
Anything else for the city administrator? Anything for him? If not, then I'll move to 15, the city attorney.
Outside of what the board heard basically in closed session, I don't have much to add. It's been a busy month. This is highlighted. If there's any other questions, we'd be welcome to answer them.
Alrighty, that moves us to city clerk.
I'll just echo what Tara said. So I came back from my International City Clerks Conference, which was amazing. Thank you. Came back that next week, had auditors here. Turned out they needed to be only in the office 3 days that week, and then remote 2. So went really well so far.
Did you find your conference to be good value to you for your time?
Mm-hmm. Different sort of conference. I'm used to going to those that are geared toward Missouri updates, organizations, entities. But when you have international folks there from, New Zealand, Australia, Netherlands, Belgium, Japan, kind of neat. So it was,
Which one of those countries did you fly to?
Drove several hours, which is fine. But it was very much worthwhile, so I appreciate it. Yes, audit went well. Still not finalized, of course, but well on the way. Working with issuing firework permits currently. RFPs, like you said, I did the demo, first software demo today, which is a little overwhelming process, but it's kind of exciting. Make a decision.
Remember, we've had a couple people who've probably been through software implementations in their past careers who might be able to be a sounding board when we get to it.
This will be my fourth one if I can't see.
Yeah. There's a few of us who could be sounding boards.
Appreciate that.
Maybe not in picking the software, but when they're talking about how are you doing the right steps for implementation. A couple of us have been through.
Gotta have really clean data flowing in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be a long process after the decision.
Yeah, the pain is really getting it scrubbed and clean. If it's clean and it's good data, and you start to put a plan, a program that's actually relevant and not dumped up with stuff that's irrelevant.
Yep.
So,
Garbage in, garbage out.
And if you do a fit test, make sure you go through a practice run.
beta the heck out of it.
Oh yeah.
So, some of us have been through it. So.
Sandbox data. Sandbox.
Well, Mayor's been through 3 or 4, so yeah, I know.
Well, this will be my first.
He's only good.
That's a good so,
I went through one during COVID.
That's a sandbox.
That was interesting.
for sure. So, anything else for the city clerk or from the city clerk?
No.
At that point, I would go with 17, which is to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have first and second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes. We stand adjourned. Thank you for your time, folks.